is still DJ Ray, aka DJ Ray.
What?
Go ahead, DJ Ray.
It's still Dre Day, AK. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent the spots that I'm known to rock, you hear the bass from the truck when I'm on the block. Ladies, they pay homage, but haters say Dre fell off. How? My last album was The Chronic. They wanna know if he still got it. They say raps change. They wanna know how I feel about it. Dr. Dre is the name.
I have a official autograph signed glove, Amir King Khan, Saul Canelo Alvarez right here in my hand right now. For a lucky fight fan in the crowd, early attendance. Hit us up on our Instagram, Twitter at Golden Boy Boxing. I'm gonna give you one more minute.
And your referee in charge of the action is Jack Reeves.
All right, the trunks are good. Both you guys, trunks are good. Mouthpiece, mouthpiece. I gave you both instructions. Step back a little bit. I want to remind you both, listen and obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck to both of you.
What does it take to be
ready to go from Las Vegas, a brand new T-Mobile Arena? Jason Quigley and James De La Rosa ready to go. 10 rounds in the middleweight division on the night of Canelo and Khan. Jason Quigley 10-0, wearing the white trunks from Donegal, Ireland. Signed by Golden Boy Promotions. Takes on James De La Rosa, who's 28 years old, from Harlingen, Texas. Quigley 10-0 with 9 KOs, coming off a first-round knockout of Freddie Lopez in March. Before that, he went the distance with Mark Christopher Atkins here in Las Vegas the night before Canelo and Cotto. James De La Rosa, his last knockout was in 2014, December of 2014, when he was stopped by Hugo Centeno. Quigley, training at the Rock Gym in Carson, California, with his trainer Manny Robles.
That was a beautifully delivered right cross. Just perfectly timed, and it landed flush to De La Rosa.
Body work from Quigley, the 24-year-old and even 6 foot. De La Rosa's been around for a while. 23-3, started as a pro in 2005.
And he's a young veteran. He's just 28, but he's been around for so long. I believe he was one of the contestants or one of the members of the first season of The Contender. And he must have been a teenager.
De La Rosa, bring up his name. A lot of people talk about how he beat Alfredo Angulo in 10 rounds in September of 14. Quigley in the white trunks. Did some sparring with Terrell Gaucher, the U.S. Olympian middleweight.
Yeah, they get a lot of work in at the Rock Gym in Carson, California. Both guys train there.
He's also been in the camp of David Lemieux to spar in Montreal. Lemieux taking on Glenn Tapia later on tonight on the Canelo Con card.
There are world-class middleweights that find their way to his gym in Carson, California. Guys like Patrick Hyland, a Japanese middleweight who was a gold medalist from the last Olympics. Yeah, Murata. And former title challenger, top 10 contender Matthew Macklin. They did some rounds earlier this year.
Manny Robles, the trainer, told me that Quigley sparred 160 rounds after February preparing against Rodrigo Garcia, Terrell Gaucher, Sebastian Hyland, the Argentinian, Matthew Macklin,
Sebastian Hyland,
Jose Benavides, and got good work. First round.
Quigley took the first round on the strength of these right crosses. That was a lead right hand, landed flush, taking advantage of De La Rosa holding that left hand slightly low.
Control that distance. If he happens to get inside, make sure you stay nice and tight. Let him open up and counter. That left hook is working beautiful.
Pay-per-view tonight, Saul Canelo Alvarez from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, takes on Amir King Khan, Bolton, England. That pay-per-view can be bought. Get ready at 6 o'clock live Pacific time. We're in Las Vegas at the brand new T-Mobile Arena. right off of the strip. First ever sporting event. Right now you're watching Jason Quigley take on James De La Rosa. Quigley from Donegal, Ireland. And there's a pub out there, McWiggins, where everybody is watching their native son, Jason Quigley. About 5,000 people in that town. Everybody is watching him right now at McWiggins, as they're all very active and support their fighter. About 2 hours north of the capital is where Donegal is at.
Quigley's boxing a really smart fight so far. He's taking advantage of his height and reach advantages. He's controlling the distance, keeping everything at the end of his jab. De La Rosa's got to find a way to get inside that jab and straight right.
Quigley in the white trunks. You see the back of his trunks says the name Bobby. That's his grandfather who introduced him to the sport of boxing. He and his uncles all into boxing. As De La Rosa lands right. Their favorite fighter, Marco Antonio Barrera. So they used to stay up late at night. Quigley was, as they said, a wee lad, and would watch Marco Antonio Barrera. That was his favorite guy. When Barrera beat Prince Hassim, he said, that's when I decided I wanted to be a professional fighter. Mom Muriel said, go for it, son.
Hey, I respect that. Marco Antonio Barrera, one of my favorite all-time fighters.
James De La Rosa was supposed to fight David Lemieux a few months back. Lemieux came in overweight. De La Rosa said, no, we're not going to make an agreement here money-wise. And actually told Lemieux at the press conference, hey, we don't have any trouble making weight, do we, Quigley? And De La Rosa landing some shots right here as Quigley's on the ropes, gets off of it. Minutes ago in the second round, scheduled for 10.
De La Rosa having his moments in the second round. He still hasn't figured out how to evade that right cross from Jason Quigley yet, though. But there was a nice left hook to the body that he landed on Quigley when the Irish lad was up against the ropes.
De La Rosa shaking his head no. The southpaw stands for the fighter from Texas. King on his trunks. De La Rosa saying that Quigley he admired him for stepping up and taking on somebody with so much experience. Little jabbing him, saying, I've fought some bigger names as a kid, and he has. Quigley had only 10-0 in his young career.
Yeah, everybody that Quigley has been in with so far was supposed to lose. They knew it going in, and he knew it going in. This is the first time Quigley has been in there with somebody who's coming to win and really believes they have a chance to win.
Final seconds of the second round in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 on the night of Canelo Khan in Las Vegas.
Canelo Alvarez is boxing's #1 star. Amir Khan has boxing's fastest hands. Live on pay-per-view.
Hard right hand by Canelo.
Unparalleled power.
Time, first round for Khan.
Unsurpassed speed.
This is my time. Let's do this.
Canelo versus Khan, live on pay-per-view.
Canelo Alvarez, Amir Khan, the pay-per-view tonight for the WBC Middleweight Championship. 6 o'clock Las Vegas time. Buy it. Canelo Khan also have David Lemieux and Curtis Stevens on that card.
Straight jab from Jason Quigley. De La Rosa sticks his tongue out. A counter punch would have been smarter, but
third round scheduled for 10. Middleweight division. Quigley turned pro in 2011. 2014, correct. He was part of that World Series of Boxing in 2011. That's how he ended up in Los Angeles from Ireland. Those talks of maybe Quigley, if he would have kept on in the amateurs, could have possibly represented Ireland. If everything would have worked out, he won the right tournament in these Olympics coming up in Brazil. But now, as great as it would have been to represent the country, an opportunity to turn pro came up and he went after it. Stayed in Los Angeles. No family with him, just his friend Elvis, and that's it. Making the sacrifice on the other side of the pond. There he is in a tough one against James De La Rosa.
Quigley was an elite level amateur. He was the European champion at amateur, and he got a silver medal at the World Amateur Championship. But he was definitely on that Olympic track. He was a player. And now he's learning the professional craft in Southern California, and he's a good student.
Using the nickname El Animal, using the Spanish version. He was sparring one day in Carson, and somebody said in Spanish, one of the other trainers said he comes in there and he es un animal. He's an animal. He liked the name, the Spanish twist, speaks a little bit of Spanish, and went with it. Very nice, mild-mannered young man. But once he's in the ring, he said, I'm an animal. And he needs to start turning into that animal against James De La Rosa, the king, as he calls himself, out of Texas.
I like the body work from De La Rosa. I like the aggression. De La Rosa's got to be a little bit more elusive as he works his way inside, because he catches almost every Quigley jab and straight right hand. And I'll tell you what, when Quigley lands that right hand, there's always a visible reaction from De La Rosa. His head snaps back, or he turns his body halfway around. And the judges are noticing that.
Quigley throwing that jab with the white trunks and the white gloves. Left from Quigley, De La Rosa shakes his head a lot, but no, it didn't hurt him at all.
So he wants to show Quigley that he's confident. It's his defiance. He wants to let him know, I'm here to win. You can't intimidate me.
Quigley landing a couple good right hands.
Left foot out.
The crowd you hear for this Quigley, his family came over from Ireland. Uncle Shay, Uncle Bobby, seeing their nephew fighting for the first time live as a professional. His family has never seen him fight live. They're here to strengthen him in Las Vegas against James De La Rosa. Final seconds of the third round. It's scheduled for 10 in the middleweight division. Quigley, De La Rosa in Las Vegas.
This is Canelo Alvarez, champion boxer. This is Canelo. This is Belly. And he can wear whatever he wants.
What's the one in your head? How we feeling? Looking like a 10-round fighter, baby. Looking like a 10-round fighter. Now you relax. Time to graduate. Time to graduate, right?
Quigley pops that jab, snaps the head back of James De La Rosa, follows it up with a right cross to the ear.
If it is a backhand, it's right here. Right here.
This is Canelo Alvarez.
You see the effect you're causing when you go to the body? Huh? You hurt him to the body, baby.
Fourth round between Jason Quigley and James De La Rosa on the night of Canelo and Khan. Brand new T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Quigley with a strong right hand against the southpaw De La Rosa. 28-year-old is 23-3. Quigley is 24. It's 10-0. Body work from De La Rosa.
Body punches have been the best punches De La Rosa has landed thus far. We've seen him switch stance from orthodox to southpaw. But regardless of the stance he's in, he can't seem to evade the right cross. I like his aggression. I like the aggression of the smaller but more experienced.
Right, Quigley was a give it to him after his last fight because he's been knocking people out early in his career. He had second round KOs, first round KOs. I read something somewhere that he was becoming Jason Quigley.
Well, to me, that's the story of this fight, is once we get through this round, is the fact that Quigley has never been past 4 rounds. So in his first scheduled 10-round bout, to me, the fight's really going to start in earnest in rounds 5 and 6. We're going to see how he handles professional level fatigue.
No one punch, no grab by head per round. Box.
De La Rosa has gone 10 plenty of times in his career. Started in 2005. Right hand from Quigley, swinging a miss from De La Rosa. Rosa continues to not avail it now. There's nothing here. Body work from both fighters. Nice.
It's about time Quigley has returned some fire to the midsection.
Less than a minute to go in the 4th round. Quigley in white, De La Rosa in the black. Left, right from Quigley. Nice 1-2.
That was a beautiful combination. And that left wasn't so much a jab as it was sort of a jab uppercut hybrid. Comes right back with the right hand. I like the pace that Quigley's fighting at. He's going about his business in very measured pace, which he needs to be. He needs to pace himself very carefully in this fight, since he's definitely going to go into uncharted territory. And I like the fact that De La Rosa is trying to put as much pressure as he can on the less experienced fighter.
Good left, landed by Quigley.
Let him go. Stop. Wait.
Hands up.
Easily the most
Break with their hands up.
experienced fighter that Quigley has fought in his professional career. James De La Rosa. Quigley, De La Rosa in Las Vegas. On the night of Canelo Khan.
Time, stop. Both you guys on the bell.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to follow us on our social media device at Golden Boy Boxing, hashtag Canelo Khan. You can also follow the Golden Boy at Oscar De La Hoya, hashtag Canelo Khan. Send a selfie, section C and row for a chance to win an autograph signed. Canelo Khan, sign love. All you have to do is hit us up at Golden Boy Boxing.
Quigley lands a big right, snaps the head back of James De La Rosa, follows up with a jab. There's another right cross, gets around the high guard of De La Rosa.
Jason Quigley, James De La Rosa won the 5th round, scheduled for 10, and the first time in his professional career that Jason Quigley has gone to the 5th round. James De La Rosa, I believe, was doing the BKB last year.
Now, a lot of fighters these days, when they're not sponsors, when they're not busy in the prize ring, they're in the pit. And, you've seen that with Jesus Soto Curtis Stevens, who's also on the Undercards.
Curtis Stevens taking on undefeated Patrick Teixeira. Later on tonight, also Mauricio Herrera, Frankie Gomez, David Lemieux, Glenn Tapia, then the main event. Saul Canelo Alvarez against Amir King Khan. Right now we're watching Quigley and De La Rosa. Quigley in the white trunks from Donegal, Ireland. Good jab landed by Quigley.
That's a hard jab,
Stop.
Just not putting that left out.
Hands up.
He's able to stop De La Rosa in his tracks and even snap his head back with that jab.
Some questions about the management of why Quigley, who's 10-0, would take on a fighter with so much experience. De La Rosa, his trainer, Manny Robles, said, because we're ready. This kid is ready, and when are you going to step him up? They felt like because of the sparring that he gets and the work that he does get, it was time to step him up. And Quigley's answering the bell here against De La Rosa.
And I think his amateur background, that adds to his experience.
Each
You
other
just
out.
can't look at 10-0 as a pro. You've got to factor in over 100 hours.
That's something that Eric Gomez, Vice President of Golden Boy, told me, that with fighters with that amateur pedigree, you can move them faster. Don't let the record fool you.
Pull your arm out of this, Jason.
But De La Rosa has a good record. It's not just experience, it's winning experience. 23 wins, only 3 losses. That says something. He's very talented. He was a good amateur in the Texas area. He's a good athlete, too. Both of these guys are good athletes.
Good left landed by Quigley.
It's a nice right from De La Rosa.
Good back and forth action. De La Rosa does some talking in there when he switches to the southpaw.
Stop.
De La Rosa definitely had the better quotes about this fight. Well, you know, when you're the veteran, you're 28 and you've been there.
He's not shy anymore.
No,
he used to be kind of shy.
Oh, good right landed by Quigley. De La Rosa is messing around, acting like he's hurt. Hey, that one hurt. That left.
Oh, that was a beautiful lead, short, compact left hook from Quigley.
De La Rosa was hit. I think he was trying to egg Quigley on there. 24-year-old didn't fall for it. Good movement from Quigley. De La Rosa in the block. Eats another right. Sticks his tongue out.
He can't keep taking these right hands, though. He's slowing down.
The head game is being played by De La Rosa. Quigley not falling for it.
right. This is all he needs. Flavors that can't be tamed. Tecate Light, born bold.
Main event tonight, whether you're in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, New York, all over. Canelo Alvarez taking on Amir Khan. Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Bolton, England is the main event at the brand new T-Mobile Arena.
Beautiful lead right, followed by a shotgun jab from Jason Quigley. Has De La Rosa reeling. And De La Rosa was off balance for much of round 5.
See on Quigley's front, that percentage sign. That's something he and his lads back home said as teenagers, they told themselves, when you're working, when you're pushing yourself, you can always find another percentage, the 110%, that you can get more percentage out of yourself. Push it, push it, push it. Whatever they do, always do it to 110%. They put that percentage sign on his trunks to remind him to elevate yourself, to give yourself all the percentages you have in the fight.
You can't grab my head like that and push me on the front. Don't do it. You're right. All right.
Quigley in the white trunks. De La Rosa sticking out his tongue in the last round after he gave you some rights.
Follow through. Follow through. Yeah, follow through, son.
Looks like the offense of De La Rosa has dropped off. Pretty active in rounds 3, 4, and 5. But in round 5, he absorbed a lot of punishment.
Stop.
Holding on and punching. Veteran move, De La Rosa.
That's why he was chosen as an opponent. Show Jason Quigley all these veteran moves that Quigley may not have seen from journeyman opposition. A lot of times the journeymen get in there, get hit once, they either go down or they go into total survival mode. De La Rosa's not going to go into total survival mode. He has too much pride. He's too young and he's too talented in his own right.
Keep getting tangled up.
Beautiful body head combinations from Quigley.
If De La Rosa continues and now they're like, no, you're not even hurting me at all. But Quigley's winning the rounds.
And I can see in De La Rosa's body language, though, that he is being hurt because he's slowing down.
A deep press from the fighter from Texas in the black trunks.
Yeah, you saw that.
Yep.
Those body shots coming back.
When you're a fighter like Quigley, you have experience of foreign spar with David Lemieux, where he brought you into his camp in Montreal. Or you're taking on some of the elite level fighters, next level, and you're 10-0. You and I have talked about this a lot of times, Doug, that the best work you're going to get is as you're an up-and-comer against these veterans. It only helps you, makes you better, and we're seeing that the result in Quigley right now.
Stop. No one punch.
Pretty soon he's going to be the one calling people in for his sparring sessions.
That's going to happen very soon.
10 seconds to go in the 6th round. It's scheduled for 10. Jason Quigley, James De La Rosa in Las Vegas on the night of Canelo Khan.
Stop.
All right. Good. Here we go, baby.
Breathe deep. Big.
Spit. More water.
Come on, big ones.
Get sloppy, start to hold him down.
Yeah, we don't want to get sloppy, do we? We don't want to get sloppy. Right? We want to make sure we keep our punches in a straight line and stay disciplined.
The most punches that De La Rosa has landed is when their arms were locked, and De La Rosa got off with his free hand, which is legal in boxing. And now we see some, both guys trade short jabs. Quigley getting the better of this exchange.
Jason Quigley, 10-0 in the white trunks. James De La Rosa, 23-3 in the black trunks. Ireland against Texas on the night of Canelo and Khan. De La Rosa coming out a little bit of of activity here to start the 7th round.
He needed to because his activity dropped off in rounds 5 and 6. Landing punches in rounds 2, 3, and 4. He had a lot of activity, particularly to the body, and we didn't see that in the last 6 minutes. So I'm sure his corner told him, hey, get going if you want to win a decision here.
Quigley, one of those athletes that's finding anything he can do to get himself an advantage. Does the hot yoga once a week. Gets in there, helps with the body. Also doing that cryotherapy where they freeze 200 below for 3 minutes. He said it helps with the recovery. The new age athlete here.
They're crazy. These kids are all crazy.
Runs Mount Baldy once a week, elevation, 2,000 feet of elevation in that 3-mile run.
That's good. That's good old school boxing training.
And then after that 3-mile run, do the mitts. No break after their Saturday morning for life.
These guys are athletes. I like the footwork of Jason Quigley.
Right from Quigley.
I'm sure Quigley's starting to feel the burn of fatigue right now. Now that we're in round 7. We're a few rounds beyond the point that he's ever been as a professional.
You can spar 10 rounds. It's a different thing to actually in the ring as the fight is going on.
Each other go, stop. Okay. Separate from each other.
7th round is scheduled for 10 in the middleweight division.
Put your arm out, Jason.
See some middleweights later on tonight. Canelo Alvarez, David Lemieux.
A lot of middleweights in action. Lemieux, Teixeira, Len Tapia,
Curtis Stevens. Good action-packed card coming your way from the brand new T-Mobile Arena. First ever sporting event here.
Stop. Quick.
Middleweights always give you good action.
Don't do it. Understand?
They're small enough to be nimble and agile, but you're usually athletic at the highest level. You're big enough to deliver punches with real leverage and power.
Pull your arms out.
Mentioned athleticism also from De La Rosa. Multiple sports. Created Gaelic soccer. It's football, I'm sorry. It's football, I gotta get it right.
I call it soccer. Soccer players are excellent athletes.
7th round, coming to a close. Final seconds of it. James De La Rosa, Jason Quigley, going at it in Las Vegas on the night of Canelo.
Stop, no one punch. Step out from each other.
Middleweight title on the line. Canelo Alvarez, Amir Khan from the brand new T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. 6 o'clock Las Vegas time. Round of action between Jason Quigley and James De La Rosa. Thanks for joining us tonight in Las Vegas.
De La Rosa looked very composed.
Go work at it, fellas. Your hands are free.
Jason Quigley looked like he was fatigued between rounds. These final 3 rounds are going to be fascinating.
The experience of De La Rosa at 23-3.
I could tell by the end of round 7, which I scored for De La Rosa. The more experienced fighter could sense that this younger man was feeling the burn of fatigue. And just the pressure, the anxiety of going into uncharted territory.
Well, that's what De La Rosa was saying about how he's been to these late rounds. Quigley never has. He has the experience. Quigley doesn't have. See how that plays out here in the last 3.
So Quigley's not just fighting fatigue, but he's got to fight his own self-doubt if he has any about going the 10-round distance. And he wouldn't be a human being if he wasn't worried a little bit. I mean, he's not in there with a schmuck. He's in there with an experienced veteran who's used to winning, who can punch a little bit. He's kind of crafty in there, knows all the veteran tricks, can be dirty.
We're switching from orthodox to southpaw.
Exactly.
Giving him different looks.
I mean, and he's throwing with bad intentions, De La Rosa is. Quigley's going to have to show us some heart. He's shown us some really good skill and technique and athleticism. I think in these late rounds, he's going to have to show us some grit.
You talk about the Irish facing Quigley, also Irish fighter, of course, some of the names. Wayne McCullough.
Pocket Rocket.
Pocket Rocket.
Yeah, former bantamweight champ. Great pressure fighter, volume fighter. Oh, beautiful left. I'm sorry, right hand from Jason Quigley. He needs more of that because it's been De La Rosa with really carrying the action.
Snapping that jab is Quigley. Slipping away from a punch from De La Rosa was Quigley. De La Rosa poking at his right eye. It's snapped with the left.
Quigley is breathing heavy, but he is taking advantage of De La Rosa. When De La Rosa swings wildly and misses and throws himself off balance, Quigley's trying to make him pay for that sloppiness.
You don't see De La Rosa sticking his tongue out in these last few rounds.
But both these guys are tired. I think Quigley clearly is feeling it more than the man who's fought the 10-round distance 7 rounds back.
We're going to talk fighter with the reach advantage. 10 seconds to go in the 8th round. It's scheduled for 10. Jason Quigley, James De La Rosa at the brand new T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on the night of Canelo and Khan.
James De La Rosa on the attack. That's a beautiful left uppercut that split the guard of Jason Quigley. Comes back with a right cross that nails the Irishman right to the temple.
I think De La Rosa has had 2 back-to-back solid rounds, round 7 and round 8, both of which I scored for him.
We're in the 9th round. Jason Quigley. Bars and pubs in Ireland are watching him right now. Also in Huntington Beach. The Irish population, the Irishmen are watching him. They're having a watch party for him. This is what happens. Find somebody you can latch onto. Quigley, good personality. He's in tough right now against James De La Rosa. How do you see this fight going right now, guys?
It looks like the momentum is in De La Rosa's favor, but I thought Quigley came on
Pretty strong in the final minute of round 8. It's a fight that Quigley is winning, but De La Rosa seems to be coming on in the late rounds.
De La Rosa in the black truck. Switching back and forth stances with ease. You can see more fighters going on recently.
I think the key to Quigley's victory is going to be controlling that distance, keeping it on the outside, limiting his exchanges.
Quigley landed the bigger punches in this fight. 24-year-old. Hoya just made his appearance. He's sitting there ringside, watching Quigley. He signed him, brought him to the office, give him the tour to go the way on in downtown, and for the promoter to come here at 4 o'clock to watch somebody, that says something. As Quigley is picking up the pace, snapping back the head of De La Rosa. The Irish fans in attendance, most of them are his families on their feet cheering as he slipped.
Still have a minute left in this round. Quigley's doing a good job. He's winning the round so far, but he needs to remember to pace himself.
Minute to go in the ninth round. It's scheduled for 10.
Step back,
De La Rosa, the veteran fighter, up against the youngster. It's 24. Doesn't look like a fighter who's only had 10 professional fights with Quigley.
Again, that speaks to his amateur experience. Probably speaks to him as an individual. I think he's just a mature guy. Very serious about the boxing game. A very dedicated individual.
Quigley out of the ring. Wears glasses. If you see him, his head right looks like a college student.
He is a student of the boxing game. And he's receiving a hell of an education right now.
Closing seconds of the ninth round. A good one in the middleweight division between Jason Quigley and James De La Rosa on the night of Canelo and Khan.
Way to go. Way to dig that body. Way to pick your I need more water in this thing. Way to pick your combinations. Hear me, boy? Okay?
Would you please breathe deep?
De La Rosa was on the attack early in round 9. That's a nice right hand landed by De La Rosa. He catches a right hand from Quigley as Quigley backpedals out of the way. Some nice inside work from De La Rosa, but he gets nailed with the left hook from Quigley. Sticks his tongue out in return, tries to return fire.
Right? Winning every round, son. You're doing a great job, okay? Keep your punches in a straight line. How do you feel going 10 rounds, baby? Huh? Excellent, son.
A little smile coming out of that.
Right? Last round, baby. Let's go. Stay distant.
Speak a little Spanish in that corner. It's an interesting gym, the Rockland in Carson. You have some Russians, you have some Ukrainians, you have the Irishman and Quigley. One thing they don't have is the real Mexicans that speak New English. They have the Mexican-American deluxe, but you get those Mexicans coming in for sparring. Very interesting gym. Manny Rosa's doing a good job with his stable down there. James De La Rosa from Arlington, Texas in the 10th and final round.
Let him go,
taking
James.
on Quigley.
You know, I think both fighters have fought very well in this fight. Both guys have employed what they needed to do to take over the fight. Quigley was in command early in the fight. I think De La Rosa came on in the middle rounds. And it's been sort of tit for tat in these final rounds.
First time that Quigley has gone into the 10th round in his career. Some blood coming out of the left eyebrow of De La Rosa.
What De La Rosa wants to do is encourage Quigley to exchange more. He wants to get in that mid-range or up close. He wants to go toe-to-toe with this guy and make him just run out his gas tank. And of course, Jason Quigley wants to use his height and his reach to his advantage, keep it on the outside, work his jab, and that straight right, which is scored all night.
The right from Quigley has been solid. He said that the entire night. Jason Quigley, James De La Rosa, good left from Quigley.
Real sneaky left that Quigley drives. You think he's just a 1-2 fight. Just straight jab, straight right.
Was it a different angle?
Yeah. And then he catches you coming in with just the short left hook.
Donegal, Ireland's own Jason Quigley. Good one against James De La Rosa.
Showing his footwork, showing his defensive prowess right now. Evading most of De La Rosa's punches. De La Rosa not able to cut the ring off, he's just following him around and not moving his hands.
De La Rosa was supposed to be a main fighter against David Lemieux a few months back. He came in overweight. De La Rosa did not want to agree to a new weight, even with some money incentive.
Yeah, but he was bitter about that.
Yes, he was.
He told me he had an excellent 8-week camp.
Yep.
He was prepared to spring the upset.
He had gone to Australia for some sparring, for some people's camps. What happened? Took on this fight with Quigley. And 30 seconds to go. Quigley with a little smirk on his face.
He should have a smile on his face. 18 seconds away from winning the first 10-rounder of his career.
Big step up in competition for Quigley. Come out looking impressive.
You can see he's tired. He's being easily thrown to the canvas because there's not a whole lot of resistance left in that body.
And that'll do it. They go the distance. James De La Rosa, Jason Quigley. That's the words after the fight. They tap gloves. They go the distance here in Las Vegas on the night of Canelo and Khan.
A round of applause for both these fighters.
Beautiful right cross. Kind of an overhand right landed by Jason Quigley. Might have cut the eye of James De La Rosa. We're seeing another angle of it. Beautiful, because he slipped the jab of De La Rosa and came right over the top with that right hand and then quickly
Pivoted out of range.
we get a look at that nasty cut over the left eye. De La Rosa. He put forth a very good effort tonight. I'd like to see him back against some other young up-and-comers in the middleweight division.
The gloves are being taken off. There you see Edgar Jasso, second trainer with Quigley. Estrellita, as they call him, former fighter. That's also the corner that has Slava Shabransky. Oscar Valdez.
Yeah, Robles Jr. is he's an up-and-coming young trainer, and as his guys win significant fights, more fighters are going to seek him out.
Yes, they are. Quigley jumps on the ropes to approval of the Irish people in attendance. And let's go to Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. All three have it the same, 100-90. Your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, the pride of Donegal, Ireland, El Animal, Jason Quigley.
Jason Quigley said he wanted the percentages. He got it. A victory for the fighter from Donegal, Ireland. His mom Muriel back home watching. And everybody at McWiggins are celebrating their fighter as he improves to 11-0. A nice evening for Jason Quigley.
It's a big win for him. He now graduates to the 10-round level of professional boxing. And I tell you what, Beto, it's not going to get any easier from this point going forward.
As they play the song, make way for the Fighting Irish, go, Jason Quigley, go. He has his own anthem with the money from that song going to charity. And his uncles are just going crazy to the side.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, someone's old must go. Two undefeated fighters. Rocco Santomauro takes on Diego de la Hoya. Shout out to Fight for Clothing in the house.
Canelo Khan is the main event tonight, pay-per-view. 6 o'clock in Las Vegas time. Saul Canelo Alvarez takes on Amir King Khan. Both coming in weighing 155 pounds.
Yeah, I think that was the surprise of yesterday's weigh-in, is that they weighed in at exactly the same.
We expected Canelo to come right in at 155 pounds as we watched his 2012 fight against future Hall of Famer Shane Mosley. He dominated that fight, landed some heavy punches, but dealt with a little bit of adversity because he had a nasty cut over his left eye.
But we didn't expect Amir Khan to come in at 155.
We figured he'd come in maybe 151, 152. having just stepped up from the 147-pound division, but I guess he wants to show Canelo and the rest of the world that he can definitely carry this contracted weight and that he could be a middleweight for at least one night. And these are highlights from the knockout of the year for 2015, Canelo Alvarez's stoppage of the relentless James Kirkland. What tremendous energy that we had in that ballpark in Houston, Texas that night. This was 1 year ago. See how devastating Canelo is when he gets you up against the ropes.
Amir Khan's going to have to be very careful tonight to keep his back off those ropes.
That night in Houston against Kirkland, that seems like, oh, that punch right there, Doug. What do you call it, that one-hitter?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It was almost a one-hitter quitter, but man, you know, James Kirkland has so much heart. Trains himself to go through hell so he can put his opponents through hell. But this is the biggest victory of Canelo Alvarez's career, his decision victory over future Hall of Famer Miguel Cotto.
A victory which earned him the Ring Magazine and WBC middleweight titles, as well as recognition as the lineal middleweight champion. The man who beat the man who beat the man who beat the man.
Who beat the man who beat the man. And then that was a fight here, Miguel Cotto and Canelo in November. Canelo Alvarez coming in with a 46-1-1 record.
And making his way to the ring
And
first,
another live
the
fight
blue
coming
corner
your way.
from
Diego de la Hoya
Rocco.
from Mexicali, Mexico takes on Rocco Santomauro. Now living and training in Las Vegas. Two undefeated fighters going at it. And there you see Rocco Santomauro. Let's just say he doesn't lack for personality.
Now he's a character.
Oh yeah, he is a character. Santomauro has the flag from Uruguay. That's where his parents are from. Also has some Italian roots. Shane Mosley right there behind him trains him. There you see Shane's son next to him, Shane Jr. Santomauro at the weigh-in actually ate some ice cream before he stepped on the scale. That's how confident he was going to make the weight. And then at the final press conference, he actually was drinking some herbal tea from, as you said, his country from Uruguay. But it wasn't just in a regular cup. It was creative.
Yes, it was.
It was very creative.
Hey, he likes attention. There's nothing wrong with that. Because he's not shy. He's not camera shy. He comes to put on a show. Got a lot of energy. And as you notice, as you mentioned, he's trained and managed by Trigger Shane Mosley. But Mosley's still fighting, and Mosley's trained by Roberto Duran. So he got to train with Roberto Duran.
Santomauro had to go down to Panama for some sparring because his trainer Mosley down there getting ready for a fight. And there you see him from Mexicali, Mexico, Diego de la Hoya, the 21-year-old cousin of Oscar de la Hoya. He is managed by Oscar's cousin, brother, Joel de la Hoya. So it's the entire de la Hoya clan, promoter, manager, and the fighter. Cachanilla power for the fighter from Mexicali, trained by Joel Diaz in the Coachella Valley. He's 14-0 with 8 KOs, fighting in Las Vegas. A fighter that does not have seen a lot of through the Golden Boy fight series. We've seen him grow up, we've seen his professional debut, and now we see him in Las Vegas, Doug.
Yeah, and tail of the tape real quickly, at age 21, he is 7 years younger than Santomauro. Santomauro has 1 inch in height, and their reach, now it's pretty much equal. Slight advantage to Santomauro.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 8 rounds of boxing this scheduled in the super bantamweight division. Presented by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and sponsored by Cerveza Tecate Born Bold. In association with O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Casa Mexico Tequila, it's in the taste. Doom, Fight Like Hell on May 13th. And Hands of Stone, the true story of Roberto Duran, starring Edgar Ramirez, Robert De Niro, and Usher Raymond in theaters this August. And here we go, fight fans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. wearing tiger trunks, trimmed in black. He weighed in officially 121 pounds. His professional record in 13 bouts stands perfect with 13 victories, no defeats, 1 win by KO. From Duarte, California, here is the undefeated Rocco Santomauro. And next, his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing purple with silver. He weighed in 122 pounds even. He too stands perfect in the ring with 14 victories, no defeats, 8 big wins coming by way of knockout. Presentando el hijo de Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico, Diego de la Hoya. And your referee in charge of the action is Jay Nady.
8 rounds. Obey my commands. Ocho asaltes. Good luck. Touch gloves. Let's go to work.
I got you. My time, baby. Referee Jay Nady with the instructions. Ready to go. Super bantamweight division between Diego de la Hoya and Rocco Santomauro.
Ring the bell. Start the
Beth Duran, Doug Fisher calling the fights tonight on the night of Canelo and Khan. You can still buy that pay-per-view. First round of action underway. 8-round schedule. De la Hoya wearing purple. You see Mexicali on the side of his trunk. That's where his son now lives in Calexico. Has an hour and a half every day to go train with the Diaz brothers, Joel Diaz in the Coachella Valley. Santomauro, Tiger Stripes. Santomauro says Duarte, California, raised in Aspiria, California, now living in Las Vegas, but he trains in Los Angeles, and here we have the fight. So that's where Shane Mosley lives at.
He had more energy than he knew what to do with before this opening bell. Just jumping around in the corner, pacing like a cage tiger. Now he's in there. He's a very well-schooled prospect, guy who was a standout amateur in Mexico. Guy that we saw improve with each outing last year. I believe he fought 4 times, or was it 5 times in 2015?
2015, De La Hoya fought 5 times.
Yeah, and he got better each time. At the start of the year, he looked like a guy with a famous name who had some potential. By the end of the year, looked like a legitimate prospect.
De La Hoya started boxing at the age of 8. The last time he was in the ring, February 19th of this year, he stopped Arturo Bardillo in the 4th round. But for Santomauro, he fought also in February. A decision that some were questioning whether he should have won. He beat Jose Estrella, a rugged Tijuana fighter, in 6 rounds.
I thought Estrella deserved that decision.
Many did.
Santomauro said that he had the flu that week. He'd been out of the ring for more than a year. He wasn't going to back out of the fight. It was a good experience for him, good exposure for him. And he feels that had he looked any better than he did that night, he probably wouldn't have got this opportunity against Diego de la Hoya.
He's very confident in himself as Santomauro. Telling everybody, no, my record's 14-0. Because I'm going to win. I'm going to be 14-0. Let go of his head.
Start landing some punches.
Santomauro, 13-0, only 1 KO in his career. De La Hoya at the age of 21.
Keep your head up.
Extensive amateur
Box.
background. Cracked with a good left by De La Hoya. Another good left from De La Hoya. Blood coming out of the nose of Santomauro here in the first. Another good left hook from Diego de la Hoya. Final seconds of the first round on the night of Canelo and Khan in Las Vegas.
Síguelo finteando. Él ya está lastimado, mijo. ¿Okay? Lo lastimaste 2 veces.
The reason why is because every time you throw a punch, he counters with his left hook. Or any left hook, right? Right here. Fade him right hand. Right hand.
Si te mantienes aquí gachito, te agarras. Cuando él se avienta, quédate bajito. Pum, pum, trabájalo de abajo para arriba.
Get a little movement. Give a little move over here. Move over here. Move over here. Yeah, but keep it in. Boom. He knows what the how that goes.
Right on the other side. I can watch this side.
Santomauro missing with a kind of a sloppy left and eating a left hook to the body from Diego De La Hoya. Here's a right cross over a missed left hook from Santomauro. Good counter punching from Diego De La Hoya.
Here you see Rocco Santomauro in the stripes. Santomauro is a fighter who
That was low.
in 2015 didn't fight at all. But yet, this dude's still able to go out there and hustle and sell himself. Got sponsorship, got t-shirts made up, got RC's barbershop on the back of his shirt. He's a dude that knows how to sell himself, but right now, he needs to start throwing some punches because Diego De La Hoya has been landing heavy shots here in the first round. It's scheduled for 8.
He seems to be one of these people who just has an abundance of energy. And I can see a lot of nervous energy in him right now. He needs to focus that energy in a way that he can at least try to out-hustle Diego De La Hoya. Because I don't think he's on the same level of De La Hoya in terms of his boxing skill and his boxing experience.
Diego De La Hoya said since he was a kid, everybody would tell him at a tournament, you only won this fight because your name is De La Hoya. He was his dad, and he would come home from bigger tournaments where he clearly won, and everybody telling him he would cry at home. He's a little kid. He's like, but I'm not him. I'm the one who fought. I did this his entire life. So he's had to prove people that he's more than just the De La Hoya name. And he's doing this as a professional. He's now 14-0. He said, obviously, the fact that every single one of his fights has been televised. Obviously, the fact that he's fought in Vegas a couple of times is because of the name. But at the end of the day, you still have to do the work. And De La Hoya is now 14-0. As you mentioned, Doug, in 2015, fought 5 times. Opposition got better for him, and he improved. I think you had him down as your most improved fighter.
Absolutely. He's the most improved prospect that I saw all last year.
These two do have a common opponent. You mentioned Jose Estrella, who beat Rocco Santomauro, but Diego De La Hoya knocked him out in the 4th round.
Almost knocked him out of the ring. I think he might have saved the poor guy.
He literally landed right in front of us. I think his head was almost on our lap. That was 2015 July. Whoa.
Move package to Diego. Diego's a very versatile fighter with just 14 fights.
It's okay, that was okay.
Santomauro has that chiseled body. He's a vegan. Watches everything he eats. No. You told me, Doug, it's not a bodybuilding competition.
No, yeah, just because you have a lot of lean muscle.
Oh, big right from De La Hoya dropped Santomauro here in the 2nd round.
4.
He popped up right away, but that was a big right from Santomauro. The first time in his career he's hit the canvas.
And that tells you all you need to know about boxing physiques. You look at Diego De La Hoya. Doesn't look like a very powerful guy, but he is the puncher in this contest.
Santomauro covering up in the final seconds of the 2nd.
Okay. What's going on, Rocco, is every time he goes like this, he catches you with the shot because you're still up in front of him, right? He dips down, you gotta dip down with him. Every time you see him, we go like this, you do that with him, okay? You go down with him. Because if you know he's gonna come up with left foot or another shot. That's how it's catching you with the shot, right? Because you're going boom, 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 he digs down, boom, and hits you. When he dips down, you dip down with him. Every time you use jab, you see him dip, and then you come with him. But keep your hands high. Every time he fucking dips, you dip, and you won't get hit with nothing. Okay, he's hitting you with the okie-doke. And then he's doing this right here. He's doing that little bolo shot, right?
Let's get a look at this knockdown. He slipped a jab, came right through with that straight right.
Diego De La Hoya drops Santomauro in the 2nd round. See how Santomauro reacts to touching the canvas for the first time in his career.
Every time Diego De La Hoya has landed a significant punch to the head or body, it comes after slipping a punch from Santomauro. And that replay of the knockdown punch from the previous round was a perfect example of that.
De La Hoya, trained by Joel Diaz in Coachella Valley. A lot of excellent sparring that he gets in that gym.
Well, there's the Magdalena brothers, right?
Exactly.
That's great sparring.
Body work from Diego. 3 rounds, they played that Catalina song. Holding his arm. Loves it. Popping his head. All right. Punches here in 2016.
Very confident. Put the work in last year. He grew from that activity and that experience. He's showing us a lot of different looks against Santomauro. Showing us the stick and jab, showing us the punching, showing the elusiveness, showing us an inside game as well.
No. That's a warning. Box.
Some way to get inside, keep him inside.
Watch your forehead.
Maybe work the body of De La Hoya. He doesn't have the power to really dent anybody's chin. He's going to have to really out-hustle this more experienced, better talented, better skilled opponent.
Diego De La Hoya turned pro. I mentioned that September 2013. It was the first fight of the night. Turned pro to fight Julio Diaz that night. We've mentioned earlier, some fighters, you never know who's going to be the one to make your debut, the first fight in Las Vegas, and fighting at 230. You're trying to work yourself towards being a main event fighter. He's itching his way closer.
Didn't take, and hasn't taken long for Diego, and it's not because of his last name, it's really because of his activity and his willingness to face better and better opposition.
De La Hoya in the purple. Santomauro. 10 seconds ago in the third round.
Stop! Break!
And Santomauro walked right into
Box.
That. Walking into a lot right now, like that.
Canelo Alvarez is boxing's #1 star. Amir Khan has boxing's fastest hands. Live on pay-per-view.
Hard right hand by Canelo.
Unparalleled power. Unsurpassed speed.
This is my time. Let's do this.
Canelo versus Khan, live on pay-per-view.
The pay-per-view tonight, Canelo Alvarez, Amir Khan, from the brand new T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Right off the strip, right in between New York, and Monte Carlo. Let's look at the replay from earlier action.
Santomauro lunges in with the straight right, and also waltzes right into that right uppercut from Diego De La Hoya.
Diego was just waiting for that.
Fourth round is scheduled for 8. Santomauro eating some punches in the third, went down in the second.
Santomauro's making the mistake of letting his punches go from the outside. He lets his punches go too soon, and then he sort of lunges forward with them. He's been very hard all night for De La Hoya. I think with his lack of power, but with his conditioning, it would behoove him to be more of an inside fighter, kind of a grinder. Just get in there and hustle. Work his body with both hands. Grapple with him. Ball. Make it an ugly fight. Because he just can't contend with him on the outside.
Watch. Box.
Diego De La Hoya, the purple shorts. Undefeated at 14-0. Santomauro puts his head down.
That was low.
Jane 80.
That was because he pushed your head down.
Separate
Box.
these two. We're warning both of them off pushing his head down. Relax, De La Hoya. Upstairs.
Watch your heads. Box.
Santomauro started boxing at a young age. Now he's shadowing De La Hoya. Different martial arts. Shane Mosley in his corner. That's it, man. As his trainer. De La Hoya being warned. You okay?
If only he had Shane Mosley's power and Shane Mosley's chin.
He'd be Shane Mosley.
He would be a prospect. He would be a real prospect. Not just a guy with 13 wins.
He does the work. Looks the part. Let him up. Stop. But this is definitely a step up in competition for him.
It's a big step up.
Body work again from De La Hoya. Santomauro covered up that right side. More body work from De La Hoya.
De La Hoya getting a little bit wild here, but I think maybe he feels that he can make a few mistakes because Santomauro doesn't have the power to hurt him.
He's going after that right side is De La Hoya. Bouncing on his toes. Stiff jab from De La Hoya. Another good jab followed by body work. Up, right hand from De La Hoya.
Blood from the nose of Santomauro. Just one uppercut too many.
More body work. And you see his cousin Oscar just giving him, shouting him out. Oh, that left from De La Hoya is nice.
That was a lead left. And a punch on the fly, too.
Good final 45 seconds for Diego De La Hoya.
He's really outclassing Santomauro here. That wasn't evident in the first 3 rounds. He's making it very clear here in round 4.
Quiero que le presiones. Cierra tu defensa y camina. Júntatela al güey. Júntatela. Y ya no te lastima a ti, güey. Está bien madreado, güey. ¿Ok? ¿Cómo andas? Bien. Respira. Recupérate, mijo. Recupérate.
Está tirando. Ese volado de derecha está pegando aquí en el lado.
Diego De La Hoya slipping the punch, coming back with the beautiful left hook. And now he's being warned. The giant referee, Jay Nady.
And you have him.
Well, he looks like an ogre next to 2 junior featherweights.
Because they're 5'6" and 5'7".
Exactly. They better listen to him.
5'6", 5'7", 122 pounds. Santomauro, 21. He was eating ice cream before he stepped on the scale. De La Hoya in the purple, 5th round, scheduled for 8 on the night of Canelo and Khan. Also, David Lemieux, Glenn Tapia, Mauricio Herrera takes on Pitbull Gomez. And the first fight, Curtis Stevens goes up against undefeated Patrick Teixeira from Brazil on the Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Santomauro landed a nice straight right.
Stop!
Needs more of those,
That's 2.
Second warning. Diego better be careful with the body shots.
Really making an effort to go after that right side of Santomauro. You can see Santomauro really dropping that elbow down a little bit more.
That's what Diego wants, because he'll punish him with left hooks once that right glove drops him. And De La Hoya is able to land every punch in the book. He doesn't need to concentrate so much.
That's what the game kind of was, just a workout. They got big plans for these kids the next couple years. He continues to progress in the way he does. He's only 21 years old.
Yeah, he's a fight or two from being at that HBO level. We saw just 2 months ago, Joseph Diaz Jr., 2012 U.S. Olympian, make his HBO debut in a tough 10-rounder against Jason Perez. The fight made him a contender. I don't think Diego's that far behind here.
Body shot from Diego to that right side with the left hook. Santomauro unable to stop it. 5th round, it's scheduled for 8. Brand new T-Mobile Arena. Loading up, trying to tee off on Santomauro.
Well, I felt like he was toying with Santomauro in round 4. Toying with him and punishing him at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, the nice 45 seconds where he did whatever he wanted. Right hand from De La Hoya.
There's nothing that Santomauro can do that De La Hoya can't anticipate.
Stop!
Just knows everything Santomauro is about to do before Santomauro actually even does it.
One step ahead.
And that's because Santomauro is pretty one-dimensional. He just comes straight forward. He's on the outside, he's on the outside, and then he lunges straight forward. His face is falling apart. I mean, I know Shane Mosley's a warrior, but I would consider pulling the plug if I was the trainer of Santomauro.
Listen. Listen. What's going on?
I don't know. They're on focus, like. A lot of bullshit for the fight.
No, you got it. You got to. No. Don't worry about nothing else. Okay.
I'm not trying to.
Anything can happen.
There you see Tuesday, the grand arrival of Amir Khan showing up. Bolton, England's own. He takes on Canelo Alvarez. The pay-per-view going by it. Starts at 6 o'clock. The first fight will be Patrick Teixeira, Curtis Stevens. And the main event, Amir Khan. You see, it all started with a text message from Oscar De La Hoya. Hey, what do you think about this potential fight? Okay. We've worked together in the past, and here we are on Cinco de Mayo weekend. Pay-per-view, Khan and Canelo.
There was a nice turnout for those fighter arrivals. That was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday, yeah.
Pretty rare these days for a big fight.
Good turnout on Tuesday, press conferences on Wednesday, busy week of action. Here in Las Vegas.
Palatable buzz, really, since Thursday. You could really feel the same anticipation. You know something's going on, even if you don't know anything about boxing. You know, if you come to the MGM Grand, you're like, okay, there's something's going on here. Something's happening this weekend.
The ring in the middle is not going to give you the story here.
That's true.
But there is that buzz around it, and people talking. You're going? What are you here for? Brand new T-Mobile Arena, the first ever sporting event inside this venue. Construction started 2 years ago. Later on tonight, Khan and Canelo will mix it up. Right now, Diego De La Hoya is controlling Rocco Santomauro. Drop Santomauro in the second. Doug, you said he's been toying with him. He didn't do anything he wanted. Look at the face of De La Hoya. Nothing on there. No marks.
Sure, he respects the gritty effort that Santomauro has put forward, but he's not being challenged. He's not being challenged physically or intellectually.
Body shot. Game. Santomauro said, let's go. Okay. That's personal goes.
Yeah.
Asking for more.
That's
Step back.
not wise either.
Box.
You're asking for it. 1-2 from Diego.
Santomauro tough enough, durable enough to take us into this round 6. Give viewers a chance to see all of the various wrinkles in De La Hoya's game.
And he's talking. Santomauro does speak Spanish. He's letting him know Diego doesn't speak English, so he's using his own native language. Here you go.
Nice frame finish. Knows how to control the distance, knows how to control the pace. He's offense-minded, but he's economical. Doesn't waste punches. Seldom gets reckless.
Stop.
The body work has really been an emphasis for Diego De La Hoya his last couple of fights. Early on in his career, got away with just being that headhunter.
Yeah, I didn't see the body attack from Diego De La Hoya in 2013 and 2014.
Really starting to put it together. Good stiff jab, right hand, final seconds of the round. Santomauro bloody from that right eye. That'll do it for 6.
Give me water. That was a better round. I know you cut up. That was a better round, right? For you. You can still win the round, but what's going on is you're breaking him down. He's tired and stuck in the hill. You're a little tired too. What you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to throw it over here right? That Luca one. Right. I know because you're not blocking. So you got. So what happens is when he throws the cherry right hand, he dips out the right hand. You got to come with your right hand over the top, boom, and then back to the body, boom. Okay. So you jab. He's gonna try to hit you with the other right. You step over, catch it with the right. Make sure your left hand is up. Okay, left hand's up. Over here, right, and then go body.
Siete. Round 7. Seventh round of action. It's scheduled for 8 between Diego De La Hoya and Rocco Santomauro. Beto Duran along with Doug Fisher.
No.
On the lineup, Amir Khan taking on Canelo Alvarez. This one's in the super bantamweight division. Diego De La Hoya undefeated, 14-0 with 8 KOs. Santomauro from Las Vegas, 13-0, only had 1 KO. And now I think we can start seeing the difference in the amount of power that each of them has and all the competition they've also gone up against.
Well, just look at Santomauro's face. In his corner is a veteran corner man and cut man and a really good trainer in his own right, Rudy Hernandez. And I almost wish that Rudy wasn't as good of a cut man as he is, because there are cuts and abrasions over and under both of Santomauro's eyes. But I'd like to see the fight stop, because there's just no way Santomauro can win this fight.
Oh, going to be a point deducted from De La Hoya.
1 point.
Low. This is the third time. Jay Nady had to tell him he'd given 2 warnings.
Over there.
And the point is deducted for the third time.
Correction, the only way Santomauro could win this fight is by disqualification. So maybe he should encourage Diego De La Hoya to hit him below the belt a few more times. But I think there's just a lot of punishment that Santomauro's taken. And like I said before, if I was in his corner, I would save him from himself.
His right hand landed by De La Hoya with ease.
His courage outweighs his ability.
The bravado from the fighter, the Uruguay roots. Now he's going to both eyes. Left eye is swelling rapidly.
Yeah, there's bruising, there's swelling, and there's cuts around both eyes. The nose is bleeding really badly, so he's probably not getting a lot of oxygen. That's affecting his breathing.
And he's never been down until this fight. He went down to the second, never been cut like this. As Santomauro.
Well, he's going to get a lot more punishment, because Diego De La Hoya was docked a point for a low blow, so he's going to switch his attention to the face. Yeah, it's going to be headshots from here on out.
Thank goodness. Santomauro's corner stops it. He puts his hands up in protest, but Shane Mosley decides that his fighter has seen enough.
Thank you, Shane.
Protects the young Rocco Santomauro.
That was the right thing to do.
A lot of heart from the young fighter. You protect him, you can continue to have a
Exactly, and be able to see clearly. Oh, look at that right uppercut on the fly from Diego De La Hoya.
And that was the last punch of the fight.
But it's like bag work. It's like, yeah. And this is what the old timers call. Oh, and he even let him know. He gave him a hint. Here it comes. Boom. Right uppercut on the fly as he's moving out of range. And Santomauro can't even see.
Even when he did have clear vision, he couldn't protect himself from Diego De La Hoya. I think Santomauro was tough enough to go the full 8 rounds, but he would have taken so much needless punishment. No point to that.
He wasn't going to get back into this one.
Good call from Sugar Shane Mosley.
Protect your fighter.
I'm squeamish, so I would have pulled the plug right before the 6th round. But, you know, Mosley being the warrior that he is, you know, he wants to give his guy a chance. Wants to give his guy a chance to try and rally, try to make something happen. But Santomauro didn't have the talent, the skill, or the power.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time. 1 minute, 59 seconds. Round number 7. Referee Jay Nady puts a halt to this bout. Your winner by TKO. And still undefeated, Diego De La Hoya!
Puro Mexicali! Diego De La Hoya improves to 15-0, his 9th stoppage of his career. The 21-year-old like to say Cachanilla power. Uruchicali looked good in this win against Rocco Santomauro, stopping him in the 7th round. Main event, pay-per-view, middleweight championship on the line. Canelo Alvarez takes on Amir Khan. You can still buy the pay-per-view. There you see Amir Khan from Bolton, England. 31-3 in his career. Coming across the pond to take on Canelo Alvarez on Cinco de Mayo weekend. And Doug, you visited Khan in England, also in his camp in the Bay Area.
And you know what I learned during that media tour was that his walk-around weight is like 167, 168. So maybe it's not so surprising that he weighed in at 155. And he tells me, and he's told a lot of people, that it took a supreme effort for him to boil that tall, rangy frame down to 140 and later 147 pounds. Maybe tonight he's going to feel really good fighting closer to his natural walk-around weight.
That's a big walk-around weight. I didn't put that on, huh?
And he carries it, too. He doesn't look fat. A beautiful right hand that he landed against former welterweight champion Luis Collazo, who he dominated over 12 rounds. He was lobbying for a showdown with Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Mayweather and everybody else said, well, you haven't proven yourself at welterweight, so what does he do? Gets Luis Collazo in there, dominates him. After Luis Collazo, he gets a two-time welterweight champ, and former junior welterweight champ, Devon Alexander. A fight that most people going into it thought was 50-50. A lot of people picked Devon Alexander to win that fight. He totally dominated Alexander.
That was in December 3 years ago in Las Vegas. Tonight, Amir Khan takes on Canelo Alvarez. The brand new T-Mobile Arena, the first ever sporting event inside this new venue. And what is it? A Canelo Alvarez fight against Amir Khan. Middleweight championship belt on the line, both coming in weighing 155 pounds. Canelo 46-1-1, Khan 31-3. Both fighters started their careers in 2005. Our co-feature, we bring in a Canadian from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Is going to have David Lemieux, 34-3. He's coming off a tough loss to Triple G. He takes on Jersey boy Glenn Tapia, who's moving up in weights that he's never felt better than ever in his career. And the second live fight of the night, two tough Mexican-Americans from Southern California, Mauricio El Maestro Herrera, the teacher, against Frankie the Pitbull Gomez. Will the teacher flunk out the student Gomez, who's undefeated? And we will open it up with an undefeated fighter from Santa Catarina, Brazil. Southpaw Patrick Teixeira takes on Curtis Stevens, who has a nickname, the Cerebral Assassin. But the main event is Canelo Alvarez, Amir Khan. Buy it on pay-per-view. Cinco de Mayo weekend, Canelo, Amir in Las Vegas.